Yeah, so that's a good idea to helping people understand how to, cooperate with each other to eventually hit the target. Yeah, there are four technologies we have to do together rather than only use one of them to support the final target.
So it's about collaboration, balance of all of these things, and it's working together rather than working yourself.
Yeah, not any individual technology can actually achieve the final target.
How can you? What are some ways that you think? Because I don't know. How are you suggesting people kind of cooperate? Like if they're just living at home in the house?
Yeah, well, a lot of these things are about local projects. So, local energy under local control, for example, is about making local energy supply companies. So you generate your electricity locally through renewable energy, like solar panels, windmills, biomass, whatever's appropriate for your area. You generate it, and then you operate as a supply company. So you sell it to yourself or you sell it back to the grid. So you have to then work with your neighbours to generate the electricity and then operate as a company. So you're not longer.
How would you do that? Like homemade? Like, are there ways that you can just go in your garden?
Yeah, well, look, the guys over there have got solar panels and photoelectric things which generate current when the sun comes out, and then windmills which generate electricity when they go around.
So what happens with the solar panels? Are you just put them on your house?
The panel you can put on your roof. It's got a south-facing roof. They warm the water up, so it's not really generating direct energy, but it's saving you energy. So that would be like the renewable energy side of things, saving energy and energy efficiency as well. So it's like cutting down the amount of energy you use. And the other things are about, this one is about actually generating electricity. So the photovoltaics produce a current which you can use to light your lights, but you can also, any excess that you generate, you can sell to the national grid. Someone else will buy it, so it starts to become kind of a business cycle as well.
How do you end up actually getting extra energy? Is it just incoming and then you tell them and then they find some way of siphoning it out from you?
Yeah, well you connect to the national grid, and effectively that distributes the
hello, any pictures?
No,
so you run, that you have no electricity.
Well, no, but
effectively you run it backwards.
No, sorry.
So your use goes down.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you're actually saving yourself money.
So what is the solar panel the most effective way of doing it then?
Well, the solar water panels are very cheap and quite efficient. So they're at the moment they're pretty good. Photovoltaics are good, but they're quite expensive. But then the prices are coming down more and more.
You want to come and play
probably
the
one of the best at the moment is
quite fun.
Also biomass, which is like burning waste wood, for example, but it's from sustainable sources. So you can look up the energy by growing trees again. So you effectively, instead of burning coal, you burn once, it releases all the pollution and it's gone. You're actually producing, you're replacing the energy source by growing more trees. Lock up more carbon.
It really depends on how much you understand with renewable energy. Sometimes it's because if we don't familiar with those technologies, so we don't going to use them. But we believe quite a lot of the technology has been used for a long time. So it's better to educate public to understand how they things work easily. So like this cooperation, actually if you dig a bit, you save a lot. And yeah, something like that technology, you can actually build that. We got the workshop. We built that wind turbine by only 3 days. So there's a lot of things you can do, and also like a water tank, the water collector.
I guess it seems kind of obvious to you guys because you know all about it, and it just seems you're probably looking at people who are using just energy that's supplied to them naturally. It's so easy, but it's not unless you actually know what to do. So
someone that can do much better. Yeah. But the important thing is to help people understand that the things could be better. So they will happy to cooperate with the local company, like you install that things in your house and then you sell the energy to the local company and then they'll give you the money back. Yeah, so this is a kind of the well, it's a long term, but definitely got lots of things to do.
I'm surprised that like actual companies are kind of receptive to you doing that, because I mean, if enough people get this idea, then we won't need national grids at all, and then be out of business. And stuff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so that's the most difficult things. The most difficult things is not the technology. The most difficult thing is how you operate this system to make that energy works. Yeah, and make the people they accept this concept. Yeah.
Well, I suppose, like you say, these kind of methods have been around. People before we had like energy grids and stuff, like people had to find some way of creating things, creating societal energy, and they didn't do it by just sitting there putting money into a meter. They were doing stuff. But, I don't know. It's just easier to put money into the meter, and just
that's right.
people just don't want to have too many.
Yeah, that's right. They just use the material technology directly they have because they are convenient.
Supposed to have it.
Yeah, exactly.